Your diesel is producing somewhere between 350 and 600 Newton meters of torque from the moment you pull away. That torque is not going through your engine, it is going through your transmission. And that changes everything about how you need to maintain it compared to a petrol car. This is the method Japanese engineers developed for high-torque diesel drivetrains specifically, and it will make your gearbox shift the way it did when it was new. First, understand why diesel transmissions fail faster than petrol ones. Inside your automatic transmission is a component called the torque converter. It uses pressurized ATF, automatic transmission fluid, to transfer power from the engine to the gearbox without a physical connection. A diesel engine produces its peak torque at low RPM, often from 1,000 to 500 revolutions per minute, which means the torque converter transfers enormous twisting force at the exact speed range where it generates the most heat. Add towing, a heavy load, or repeated stop-start city driving, and the fluid inside that converter can regularly exceed 175 degrees Celsius, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the temperature at which ATF begins to break down chemically. The friction modifiers deplete, the viscosity drops, metal particles from normal clutch wear accumulate. The fluid turns darker, thinner, and loses its ability to lubricate internal components, transmit hydraulic pressure for gear selection, and cool the clutch packs. When it fails at those three tasks, you get delayed shifts, a shudder between second and third, and a hesitation when pulling away under load. That is not your transmission wearing out. That is degraded fluid, and degraded fluid is a maintenance problem, not a mechanical one. The temptation is to book a transmission flush. A machine forces new fluid through the entire system under pressure in one session. Here is the problem. Over years of operation, varnish deposits and fine debris settle harmlessly against internal surfaces, valve bodies, and solenoids. A high-pressure flush dislodges all of that at once and sends it directly through the components it was sitting away from. Honda explicitly warns against machine flushing in their service documentation. Toyota's official service procedure for the vast majority of their models is a drain and fill, not a flush. These companies design the transmissions. They know what destroys them. The correct method is what Toyota and Honda technical documentation calls an incremental drain and fill. A single drain from the transmission pan removes roughly 30 to 40% of the total fluid volume. The rest stays locked inside the torque converter and cooler lines. If you drain, refill with new fluid, and drive normally for around 100 to 150 kilometers or 60 to 90 miles, that new fluid mixes thoroughly with the remaining old fluid throughout the entire system. Then you drain again. Each cycle, you are diluting the contaminated fluid with fresh. By the third drain and fill, you have replaced approximately 85 to 90% of the total fluid volume. No pressure shock, no dislodged debris. Just a gradual renewal that your transmission barely notices, except that the shifts are cleaner than they have been in years. Here is a real-world example of this method working on a diesel. A Land Cruiser owner with 180,000 kilometers, which is around 112,000 miles, on the clock reported a noticeable shudder under load and delayed engagement when selecting drive from cold. He had never changed the transmission fluid. He performed 3 incremental drain and fill cycles using genuine Toyota WS fluid over 3 weeks. By the third cycle, the shudder was gone entirely, and the cold engagement delay reduced to almost nothing. No rebuild, no specialist, no expensive dealer visit. Just the right fluid applied the right way. For diesel vehicles that tow regularly or carry heavy loads, the recommended interval is a drain and fill every 30,000 kilometers, which is roughly 18,500 miles. Under severe use, cut that to every 15,000 kilometers, around 9,000 miles. If your manufacturer says the fluid is a lifetime fill, understand that lifetime means the warranty period, not the life of the vehicle. The fluid specification matters more on a diesel than a petrol car. Each manufacturer engineers the clutch packs and solenoids to work with a specific fluid formulation. Toyota diesel automatics specify Toyota WS fluid. isnt transmissions, found in many Japanese diesel vehicles including Land Cruisers and Hiluxes, specify isnt ATF or a compatible synthetic meeting the Toyota WS specification. Allison transmissions, fitted to many commercial diesel vehicles, specify Allison TES 295 or TES 468 fluids depending on the generation. Using a generic multi-vehicle ATF changes the friction coefficient. On a diesel transmission handling 400 Newton meters and regular towing loads, the wrong friction coefficient accelerates clutch pack wear and produces the exact shudder you were trying to fix. The fluid is not a commodity item. It is a precision specification. Check your owner's manual, confirm the exact ATF grade required, and do not substitute. Now the driving habits. This costs nothing and extends transmission life more than any single fluid change. Cold ATF is thick and creates inconsistent hydraulic pressure. After starting on a cold morning, drive gently for the first 5 to 10 minutes. Smooth throttle inputs, no kickdowns, no hard pulls from low speed. Let the ATF reach operating temperature before asking the transmission to manage full diesel torque. This is especially important in winter when fluid temperatures take longer to stabilize and the viscosity difference between cold and warm ATF is at its most extreme. Never engage, drive, or reverse while the vehicle is still rolling in the opposite direction. On a diesel SUV or commercial vehicle, the mass involved means the impact on clutch packs is significantly higher than on a petrol car. Full stop, 1 second pause, then select the next direction. Done consistently, this single habit prevents a category of clutch pack wear that no fluid change can reverse once it has occurred. In stop-start traffic or hilly driving, use manual gear selection to hold the transmission in one gear and prevent hunting between ratios. Constant gear hunting generates heat, and a diesel transmission already runs warmer than a petrol equivalent. Keeping the transmission settled in a single gear for even a few extra minutes during a long climb or a congested commute meaningfully reduces fluid temperature over time. Finally, after a fresh drain and fill, drive smoothly for the first 50 to 100 kilometers, around 30 to 60 miles. Light throttle, gradual acceleration, clean stops. The transmission control module will recalibrate around the correct fluid conditions, and the shift quality improvement will be noticeably better than if you simply filled it and drove hard from the start. On many older vehicles, a 5-minute battery disconnect will clear the adaptive memory entirely, giving the module a clean baseline to relearn your driving patterns with fresh fluid. A liter of the correct ATF costs less than 10 pounds or dollars. A rebuilt transmission costs between $3,000 and $8,000. The method is incremental, patient, and it works. Most transmission failures do not happen suddenly. They happen slowly, over tens of thousands of kilometers of ignored fluid, wrong fluid, or fluid changed the wrong way. By the time the shudder becomes a slip and the slip becomes a no-go, the repair bill is already written. Everything covered in this video costs less than 1 hour of a transmission rebuilder's time. The choice between maintenance and repair is always made long before you ever feel the problem.